Dear students, we are choosing today a new topic that is acids, bases, and salts. Now, let's first of all see what we are discussing today. We are discussing today the concept or sub-concept of the topic acids. First question arises: what are acids? Acids, by definition, are the sour-tasting compounds which release greater H positive ions in water, e.g., acetic acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid with formula HNO3, sulfuric acid with formula H2SO4. Okay. Now, just a touch with some physical properties of the acids. Acids, as you know, they are sour tasting, they have sour taste. Physical properties: acids have sour taste. One thing, they turn blue litmus red. Okay, they turn blue litmus red. They have no effect on red litmus. रेड लिटमस पर एसिड्स का कोई असर नहीं होता है. ओके, when dissolved in water they ionize in water. Okay, now as per syllabus we have to discuss the chemical properties of acids. Chemical properties of acids. I think you might have learned about acids in 7th class under the title acids, bases, and salts. First thing, reaction with water. With water. When acids are dissolved in water or treated with water, they ionize in water and form hydronium ions. See, I will give an example. Let HCl, hydrochloric gas, it is really in gas form at normal temperature. Let it be dissolved in water. When it is poured in water, what happens? HCl breaks, hydrochloric acid breaks into hydrogen positive ions and chloride ions, Cl negative ions. These H positive ions react with water, H2O plus H positive ion, they form H3O positive ions, they are called as hydronium ions. Okay, this ionization reaction of acids in water releasing H positive ions is highly exothermic. It releases heat. So that is why we are asked, when we are going to dissolve an acid, we are asked to pour acid slowly in water, not water in acid. It is a question in this topic why it is advisable for dissolving acids to pour acid in water, not water in acid. If we pour water in concentrated acid, the whole acid gets ionized. it produces H positive ions. Too much heat is produced. That heat can splash out the acid and can cause damage to the handler and to the vessel. It can crack the vessel. Second reaction is reaction with metals. Here, reaction with metals. In the topic metals and non-metals, you have read that reactive metals displace hydrogen from acids. Same is the case here. Acids react with metals and produce hydrogen and salt. Or you can simply write metals displace, this is general, hydrogen from acids. But what metals? Reactive metals, not noble metals, not gold, not silver, okay, not platinum. Let's see here a reaction. For example, this is zinc. When solid zinc is treated with dilute sulfuric acid, H2SO4, here zinc displaces this hydrogen and occupies the place of the hydrogen. With the result, when zinc will occupy the place of the hydrogen, to displace hydrogen, result zinc sulfate will be formed and hydrogen gas will be released. Okay. Similarly, let's discuss one more reaction. Say for example, it is Na sodium. When it reacts with, it is treated with aqueous hydrochloric acid. This sodium here displaces the hydrogen from this acid and occupies its place. Here sodium chloride in the X form is produced and hydrogen gas. Now let's balance it. Here there are two hydrogens. Multiply this by 2. Here chlorine has become 2. Multiply this by 2. Now sodium has become 2. Multiply this by 2. This is the balanced reaction. The third reaction is, third chemical property we have to discuss is here reaction with bases. Acids react with bases. React with bases and form, or simply we can write in singular form, as that will be more easy, it will not confuse you. Acid reacts with base and forms salt and water. This reaction is called as neutralization reaction. Neutralization, neutralization reaction. Now, what is neutralization reaction? We learned here the reaction between acids and bases producing salt and water is called as neutralization reaction. Okay, let's discuss a reaction here. For example, we take the hydrochloric acid in X form, AQ, and treat it with sodium hydroxide, strong base in aqueous form. The product will be here. This sodium will displace hydrogen. Okay. Here the reaction will be like this. Sodium chloride will be formed. NaCl and water will be formed. Acid plus base give salt and water. Okay. One thing we should here remember, acids and bases are of different types. The acids can be strong acids, they can be weak acids. Similarly, bases can be strong bases or they can be weak bases. When a strong acid reacts with a weak base, the salt formed contains the acidic effect, is acidic in nature. Similarly, when a weak acid reacts with a strong base, the salt is basic in nature. Thanks.